ranges of data together. That is sum. For example, if someone asks you, what is the total, that is the general total sales that was made, what will you say? You can use your second sheet to have it as your rough sheet, or anyone you want it, or you can use this one depending on your choice. But the best thing to make your work easier, when you have your data set in sheet 1, come to sheet 2 to have your calculations there. So now let's say we want to confirm the total sales, or let's say we want to get the total quantity sold. Total quantity sold. What do we do? You come to your next sheet, sheet 2. What do you want to check? You want to check your total. You just put total quantity sold. Total quantity sold. You can beautify. How do you beautify your work? You enlarge this. You enlarge this so that you can have it this way. You enlarge total quantity sold. It's either you enlarge or you leave it this way and just color. How do you apply your color? You bold. You come here to bold. You click on B for bolding. Then you can increase the font size by coming to this. You have, this is the font style. This is just like the handwriting. Why the second one here is a font size. You can just bold so that people can see. You can apply color. This is a color for the fill. This means if I click on this, you can see this is a fill color. But if I don't want to apply color, I can just say I don't want any color, no fill. So you can apply your text color if you want. You can apply your text color anyhow you want it. So total quantity sold. So I want to confirm my total quantity sold, and I want to do my total quantity sold for the whole data set. So how do you do that? Making use of sum. You use your sum for a range of, when you're working on more than 3 data. What do I mean by more than 3 data? We have 40 rows here. This is 40 rows, and we want to get the total quantity sold. This is the quantity sold. We want to know the numbers of goods we have in store. We want to know the numbers of goods we have in store. So which is total quantity sold. Don't let me use total then. Let me use, we can say numbers of goods. I just want to change the English because that's one thing about an analyst. Number of goods in store, or number of goods sold. Let's have it that way. So when you're working on anything, calculations, anything, what's it called, number of goods sold, you're adding more than 2-3 things together. You don't use your plus again. You use what we call sum. So what do? You press your equal to, you have your sum. You press your equal to, you have your sum. You type in sum. You open your brackets. What am I working on? I'm working on a range of cells. You opening your bracket, you move your mouse to where you have sheet 1. You move your mouse to where you have sheet 1. You see sheet 1 here. You click on sheet 1. What am I working on? I'm working on quantity sold. Then you click on this. You can see you drag downward to the last part where you have 40. If you know your cell name offhand, you can do that also. So you drag to where you have 40, which is the last part. Then you close your bracket and you press enter. You can see we have 302 goods sold. Do you understand? Or should I repeat it? Is it clear, or should I repeat myself?
Repeat yourself, sir.
Okay. Now, how do we get, when we are saying numbers of goods sold, total numbers of goods sold? Let me use total here. Total number of goods sold. So let's say we are working on total number of goods sold. You are working on summation. This is 40 rows, and this data is large. So I can use plus here. I can use addition here. So what do? I use what we call summing. Sum. Sum is used for adding things together, 2 or more things together. That is sum. So what do? I press equal to. Don't forget I said you will come to your sheet 2 so that your work can be neat. You know, this is sheet 1. It's full of data already. I can't be coming to MN column to be typing. So it will be stressful. I'll just come to sheet 2, do all my calculations in my sheet 2. So I want to know the total number of goods sold. Total number of goods sold. That is sum. What do? You press equal to. you use your sum. Let me zoom in so that you guys can see clearly. So you press equal to, you use your sum, equal to, I have my sum. Then you open your brackets. Then you use your mouse, you move your mouse, your cursor here to sheet 1 because I'm working on sheet 1. You scroll up so that you can start from the beginning. So what am I working on? I'm working on quantity sold parts. So you start from your F2, you click on it. If you already know the name of your cell, instead of you dragging down, you can just come here and just pull your semicolon. Semicolon is used for, column is used for range of cell. F2 to F41. F2 to F41. That is my, what's it called? F41. Then you close your bracket. You press enter. That is it. That is step 1. Step 2, if you don't want to be typing. Step 2, if you don't want to be typing, you want to use your mouse, you just press equal to sum. Open your brackets. You come to your sheet 1. Then you start from here. You drag downward to the last part. You stop there. After dragging downward, you close your brackets, you press enter. Automatically it will come here to give you the results. Is that clear? So that is about sum. That is to sum. Let me run another one. Let's say we want to know, let's run another sum. We want to know the grand total sales. The grand total sales. You know, this is total sales. We now want to know the grand total sales. How do we get the grand total sales? We just put it so that it will be easier for your people. Grand total sales. The way I'm doing it is what I want in your work, in your assignment, the next assignment I'll be giving you. So now we want to know the grand total sales. Same thing here. You bold. You can use a color. So we want to get a grand total sales. What do I mean by grand total sales? All the total sales we have. What do you use? You still use your sum. Equal to sum. In brackets, under my total sale, this is my grand total sale. So far I already know the numbers, the last number there. I don't need to use mouse. I can just come here, use my column, and I have it under, you know, your cell name. Each cell has a name. I have it under what? Under I42. I close my brackets. I press enter. So this is my grand total sales. This is the total number of goods sold. That is about summing. So now, if they now ask you another question, that, okay, you don't want, they ask you another question from this data. They say, okay, or you are trying to derive something. They said, okay, how many sales, what is the grand total sales in the western region? How many, okay, let's use quantity sold. How many quantity was sold in the northern part, in the eastern part, in the western part, and in the southern part? You know, we are working on region. How do you do that? We make use of what we call SUMIFS. What are we deriving? We want to derive how many quantity was sold in the east, in the west, in the south, in the west, east, south, and in the north. You now make use of what we call the SUMIF. This means we want to add all our column if our conditions are met using one condition. What is the condition we are using? In one condition means I want to get, it's just like you asking yourself question. You want to know the total quantity sold in the north. One condition, in the north. So you make use of what we call your SUMIF. How do we do that? Very easy. We want to get for north, east, and west. So to make your work easier, just put it on top. Put it on top. You can, okay, let me just use anywhere here. Let's say I'm working on, I will just put, you type so that it will be easier for anybody that is going through your work. North, south, east, you know, that's the calculation you are working on. West. So what are we looking for? Goods sold. Just put goods sold here. You want to know the goods sold in the north, the goods sold in the south. So I can come here. You can beautify your work by coming to you can come here, your cell style. You can use it to beautify your work, or anywhere you want, depending on you, or you come to your format as table. But the major thing is you make use of these font parts to beautify your work. So I can come here, I can add team color so that you can see that it is different. It's based on you. It depends on how you understand color so well. I come to my font color here, the arrow beside, I can just click on, let's say white. I can bold this work. Okay, white is not that visible. Let me use black. So I have it here. So I want to get for knots, the goods sold in knots. What do I use? You press equal to sum if, it is one condition, sum if in knots, sum if, you open your brackets. What is the range? The next one will not be, what is the range you are working on? The range means the region range. That is the range. So that is, what is the range I'm picking from? You know, all is north, south, east, west. They are under where? They are under region. So I come to my region. I will highlight down to the last part. Then after that, you press your comma. So when you press your comma, the next one will be criteria. What is the criteria? That is, which part am I using? Criteria. I'm using knots. I want to get for knots. So you click on knots. Then you press your comma again. The next one will now be, what particular part did I want to use for the summation? I'm looking for the goods sold. It is under what? The goods sold is under quantity sold. I want to know how many goods were sold in the not part. So it is under what? Quantity sold. Then I come to my quantity sold. I highlight to the last part because I'm using the line. Then after that, you close your bracket and you press enter. Now check. 96 was sold in the not part. Now you will see that everything we'll be working on will give us total of 302. So to get for south, the same thing to get for south, equal to sum if, not sum ifs, sum if, open brackets, range, the range I'm working on, under region. That is the range. If you already know your cell name, it will be easier for you. Just say east is under G2. So G2, use your colon to what? G41. You press your comma. The next one is the criteria. I'm working for what? Let me check. The criteria I'm working on is what? South. So I'll just click on south. Comma. Where did I want to run my calculation? That's another question. You come here. Instead of you scrolling down with your mouse, just use your colon. You have it under what? F41. You close your bracket. You press enter. You can see 64 goods were sold in the south part. The next one is you want to get for east. So now I'll be calling, now Fumbi, you'll be the one to give me what to type in for the east. I'm listening. Oh yeah, what will I type? Unmute your mic, Fumbi. Oluwafemi Fumbi, unmute your mic and give me the calculation. I will call on anybody. Oh yeah?
Equal to.
Equal to,
Sum if.
Sum if, okay?
Open bracket.
Open brackets.
The first sheet.
The first sheet. Which part?
Yes. Quantity sold, the column.
Are you sure? Is it the first thing?
Yeah.
The first thing I told you is the part where you are picking from. That is the first thing, the range. I'm working.
I said
it's under region.
the region.
Good. So are you using highlighting or you want to use the short form?
Highlighting.
Okay, good. So you highlight down. And after that, what's the next thing?
Comma.
Comma, okay. After
then
that,
pick east.
I'll pick east. Okay, after that,
East.
I've picked east.
Comma.
Comma, okay.
Then quantity sold.
Quantity sold, okay. You are using mouse, Abi. Your own is long method. Okay, good. Then after that, I've highlighted everything. Which other part?
Close bracket. Enter.
Enter. Very good. 70 goods were sold in the east. Now, Oladeji Bidun, unmute your mic. For the west, let's go. What will I press for the west? Oladeji Bidun, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So for the west, what will I do?
You press equal to
Equal to, okay?
sum if
Sum if,
then you go to sheet 1.
you won't open your bracket,
You open bracket, sorry.
okay? Then
Open
you go to
bracket.
sheet 1. Okay, I'm in my sheet
Yes.
1.
You click on G2.
Okay, G2. You want to use the short method. G2, Are you using the short method or the long method?
Short method G2
Okay.
column
Okay.
G41,
Colon G41. After that, what else?
comma,
Comma. Okay. Then after that, I've pressed my comma.
Please, I'm coming.
Okay. I'm waiting.
Comma, then F F2
No. Is it F2?
F2
No, no, no,
F2.
no. Once you click on the criteria, which part are you using on? Which one do you want to run calculation on? You are working on West, yes or
Quantity
no?
sold.
No, 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 no. You are working on
Yes.
West, yes or no? Am I right? Yes or no? So once you
Yes.
click on so you need to let the system know, okay, I'm working on West. So West, the criteria you now want to use, which is West, is what you click on before clicking on quantity sold. Is that clear? So what will I click on now?
Okay. West.
West. Okay. After that, after West,
Then
you will put your comma. If I
F2.
put anything F here, it will rubbish
Sorry.
everything. Comma. Before you click on your F2, make sure you click on the first part first. You know, this is F2. You click on the first part to show you sheet 1, then sheet 1 exclamation mark F2. Automatically it will do that for. So you will not be the one to fill in the rest. So F what? To F what?
41.
41. What else?
Enter.
You won't close your bracket?
You close your bracket and enter.
Very good. So you guys, you can see we've done for north, we've done for south, we've done for east, we've done for west. Now let's now see if the total will give us this 302. What do we do? Let me see who's there. Ajani Rokibat, unmute your mic. Ajani Rokibat, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good. Don't use bedroom voice here because when I want to call you now, you're not
Yes,
using
sir.
bedroom voice. Be sharp. Good. Now you've gotten the goods sold in the north, the goods sold in the south, the goods sold in the east, the goods sold in the west. We now want to get the total sum to correlate it with this. We want to get the total sum. What will I use to get the total sum for everything? To sum everything, what will I use?
Okay. Equals to
Okay.
some
Sum.
some
Okay.
open bracket
Open brackets.
the E6
E6. Very good.
Um, it is uh to to H6.
Will I now write to H6? What will I use to let the system know it's to H6? Will I write 2? What will I use?
Comma.
No,
Semicolon.
no. Semicolon is different from colon. Colon is dot dot. So you use colon, not semicolon.
Mm.
So what will I
Oh,
press next?
colon. H6.
H6. Abby? Then what else?
Close bracket.
And press
Close
what?
bracket. Enter.
Enter. Very good. You can mute your mic back. Very good. Now you guys can see now we have 302, we have 302, which means our calculation is right. That is for good sold. Is that clear? Is there any question? Is there any question on that? Is there any question on some if? Is there any question on some if? Someone should talk. Is there any question? Okay, good. So now let's now quickly do some ifs. That is for two criteria. Some ifs. Now some ifs is useful when we are having more than one condition. You are having more than two conditions. Like for example, they ask you a question that they want to know. They want to know the product that is, let's say for example, they ask you a question that they want to know the total goods sold. That is, they don't want to know all. They want to know they want to know for milk. They want to know for milk in nuts. They want to know for milk. Which other product do we have there? Milk, chin chin, cheese ball. This one like food. Chin chin, cheese ball. Which other thing is there? Cheese ball and biscuits. They want to know for biscuits. Okay? Chess ball. This one is chess, not cheese. Sorry. Chess ball. So let's now say they want to know for milk in north, chin chin in south. So which means they want to know the number of milk sold in the north, number of milk sold in the south, number of milk sold in the east, number of milk sold in the west, number of chin chin sold in the north. How many conditions is that? It has come to two conditions because it is milk and it is milk and also it is for the region. So to know that now, we make use of what we call some ifs. Some ifs. Some ifs. That's what we make use of. Let me leave space so that we won't confuse ourselves. I want to leave space here so that good. So you can see we want to know this is for the goods sold. We want to now know for milk in the north, chin chin in south, cheese ball in east, biscuits in west. We make use of what we call some ifs. The only difference there is two criteria. That is, you press some ifs. Ifs, this one has S. The other one, this one has S. The other one is no S. Some ifs is for two criteria. You open your bracket. Now, the first thing, this one has not changed. This one, the first thing you use that sum range. Where did you want to, which column did you want to run your calculation? That is sum range. The column I want to run my calculation is the first thing under some ifs. Please note that. Which is quantity sold. F2 to F41. You press your comma. The next one is the criteria range 1. Criteria range 1, which is my region. Criteria range 1. G2 to G41. Please make sure we don't have mistakes, so because it will bring error if we're having mistakes. Then after that, comma. Next one is now my criteria 1 that I want to use. What is the criteria 1 that I want to use here? I'm working on nuts and milk. Nuts and milk. So the first criteria, I pick from region. So my criteria 1 will be what? Will be nuts. Is not now, Abby? I think it's not. I checked. Yes or no? Someone should help me out. Am I the only one here? Is it not? Okay, good. So I click on my nuts, which is my criteria, my first criteria. I just click on nuts. That is the first one I'm working on. Comma. The next one is now criteria range 2 under products. Under product C41. That is my criteria range 2. Comma. What is the criteria I'm working on? Which criteria am I working on? Milk. Am I right? Milk. Am I right? Is milk now? Yes or no? Yes or no? Good. So I click on what? My milk. Then I close my brackets. I press enter. You can see 26 goods were sold. 26 milk was sold in the north. I've gotten that. If I want to get chin chin sold in the north, how will I do that? Chin chin sold in the north. Same thing. Equal to SUMIFS. Open brackets. First thing, I told you SUMIFS. The first one is your sum range. What am I working on? Quantity sold. You can use your short method. No, I'm just using short method because I find it so easy for me. F41, comma. The next one is your criteria range 1, region, colon, G41, comma. What criteria am I working on? Same nuts. Same nuts. Look for where you have nuts, comma. The next one is criteria range 2, my products. C41. Make sure you are checking your code very well on this your formula bar. Make sure you are checking it very well. If you make any mistake, it will bring errors, and you can spend hours solving errors. That's why you must be careful. So after clicking on my second criteria, what am I working on? Chin chin. Chin chin. I close my bracket. I press enter. We have 14 for chin chin. Same thing for cheese ball. Let's do that. Equal to SUMIFS. Same thing for cheese ball. Open my bracket. For cheese ball under nuts. First one, quantity sold, colon, F41, comma. My criteria range 1 under region, G41, comma. What am I working on? Same nuts, comma. Criteria range 2 under my product. Then I have C41. Then comma. What criteria am I working on? Cheese ball. Close bracket. I press enter. We've done for cheese ball. Same thing for biscuits. Equal to SUMIFS. Open brackets. Open brackets. The first thing is where you are your calculation, the column where you're having your calculation. Now, I believe you observe something that when I'm pressing column, automatically it's pressing F2. So you need to correct it here. That's why I'm erasing it here. So F41, comma. What is my criteria? Region. You see, if I press my column, automatically when I press my column, it's bringing G2. So you erase that 2 and correct it to 41. If not, if you press anything, it will bring in error for you. Comma. What am I working on? Same notes. Comma. What is my second criteria? Products, colon, 41. I'm working on what? On biscuits. Close brackets, enter. You can see we've done for what? For this. So in the northern part now, milk, the total number of milk that was sold in north is 26. Chin chin 14, cheese ball 30, biscuit 26. You see, with this little Excel analysis, I was able to derive the insight, that is to know milk sold in the north, chin chin sold in the north, cheese ball sold in the north, biscuit sold in the north. So with that, I'll be able to know, okay, 26 milk was sold. You see, you can even use this for your own business. You can use it for anybody's business to run analysis for them using just this little SUMIF and SUMIFS. Is that clear? Is that clear? Any question, please?